We use Sun in LA with Koraidon, and today I'm going to be using Rain. If you guys are excited for today's video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I got this team from VGC Pace, as I'm going to do with most of my teams. This team did very, very well at NAIC. I think it got top 8. And as I said, I want to try Rain. Rain is a really fun mechanic to play with, and I feel like Kyogre was a Pokemon I really wanted to try going into LA Regionals, but just didn't end up working out, and Koraidon ended up being better for the playstyle I wanted to go with. So this is the team, very, very standard Rain team. A lot of cool Pokemon, Volcarona being a key fixture on my BBR team for Draft League this time around. And I really love the Tailwind Torn with a Weather Abuser kind of core. So let's get right into the live. Time for our first battle today. We are playing against Calyrex Shadow Rider. This has been a common theme on this channel the last couple of weeks. We played against a lot of Calyrex teams. I'm going to lead with the classic Kyogre Torn lead here. I think that is very, very powerful. But on second thought, actually, I think I'm going to potentially retract that, because I actually think that one of the things that... Actually, you know what? We're going for it, because I think Gastrodon is unlikely to lead, and even if it does lead, I can just go into Rillaboom and then use a single targeting attack with my Kyogre elsewhere. What do I want left? I think Swift Swim on Overquill is going to be very powerful to check something like that Flutter Mane out the back. But good luck to our opponent. Let's get into battle number 1 of this video. As I said, over the next couple of months, I'm really going to be trying to learn as much as I can about VGC just to get a better baseline. We know when some of the regionals are. I'm going to be in Louisville and in Toronto for 2 regionals this upcoming season, so super excited for that. But we got to learn a little bit more about the game, of course, and get better at it so we can actually do well at these events. We see the Proto boost here come off of the Flutter Mane. We see Proto speed. That is good to know here. And then we have Incineroar here. So Fake Out is going to be critical from this Pokemon coming out here. But we are a Ghost type on our Kyogre, which means we are going to be able to get around any Fake Out on this turn. So I'm going to be able to drop a massive Water Spout on both of his Pokemon. And with my Cover Cloak, I'm definitely going to get up this Tailwind. So this is going to be a very, very good turn for me. Not really much my opponent is going to be able to do to play around this combination, that is for sure. So up goes the Terra. This would be a situation where open team sheet, maybe I get a little bit more creative and don't force this play where Fake Out is so difficult to click, but let's see what my opponent does. They're going to protect with the Flutter Mane. Definitely makes sense to do here. It's very likely to die here. And Fake Out goes onto the Torn, but because of that Cover Cloak, I'm going to be able to get up the Tailwind and this Water Spout, and we're just going to start killing things here. My opponent is going to have a very, very difficult time dealing with this. Now, I expect the Gastrodon to be in the back. If I had to guess, I think it would be very obvious that that Pokemon is in the back to provide some support against this Kyogre. So let's see if they go into that. If they do, then I do have the ability to single target the Flutter Mane, which is definitely what I want to do here, because I am Mystic Water and not Choiced. We do see Calyrex come out here. Okay, so no Gastrodon here, which is interesting. I feel like Gastrodon could have been a good way to go about this, but I'm just going to Water Spout here, and I'm going to also Bleak Wind. I just want to get as much damage as I can here, just press my advantage forward, as my opponent is going to Terra. I think Grass has been a potentially popular Terra on this Calyrex, so we'll see if that's what they go for. Fairy type. Okay. So not necessarily going to change anything, especially where I am in Tailwind. I'm just going to be able to outspeed and hit both of these Pokemon with the Water Spout. Oh, this is faster, which is interesting. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the speed tiers here just a little bit. This Water Spout is going to be very, very weak, unfortunately, after I assumably take an Astral Barrage from this Calyrex. Okay, so I misjudged the speed tier there a little bit. Actually, I'm probably just going to die. Oh, no, I'm good. Well, I can't move because I'm paralyzed anyway, so there is that. Okay, let's take a look here. I could go for a Protect. What is my best way to use these Tailwind turns? So I have 2 more Tailwind turns left. And I should have 3 more rain turns as well. So if I look, I have a good backline, to be honest, to take advantage of this. So I think what I want to do is just Hydro Pump, target the Calyrex, keep that Pokemon from doing anything too dangerous. And this Bleak Wind again, I do have priority and Swift Swim in the back, so I'm just okay with kind of the situation we're at. And if we double down here, then by all means, I am a-okay with that. That is going to give me... Ooh, they're going to Draining Kiss. Okay, potentially puts them at risk of not being able to kill. Yeah, they definitely don't kill here. Really need this to connect. Really need a Hydro to connect here. This is game-changing if they connect. Perfect. And that's going to be massive amount of damage. That's just going to kill the Calyrex. Wow. Interesting that they go for the Draining Kiss there. Very, very bold move. Not exactly sure if they were predicting me to make something, make some sort of play there. But yeah, we get to go into our Life Orb Quillfish, or Overquill here, and get cooking. And I think what I'm going to do is switch up my Kyogre to set the rain back up after this turn. Depending on what my opponent goes into. They go into Raging Volt here. I'm definitely now going to go hard out into my Rillaboom. That's for sure. I really expect the Protect to come out here from the... What is it called? I think the Flutter Mane has to Protect, surely. And I'm going to go switch this back out to set up the rain once again on a following turn. And Rillaboom, Asalphus Rillaboom is still really, really good in this spot as well. So let's see. The Protect come out here from... Ooh, no Protect. Okay, so Thunderclap comes out. That does a lot of damage. I'm going to get my Gunk Shot off, though, and that's going to do a good amount of damage. Really want to see really wanted to see that kill, but the Moonblast, wow, is going to go onto the Rillaboom. That is big. Whew. Alright, interesting turn. Interesting turn here of how I want to play this. So my Tailwind is petered out, which is good to know. I kind of want to Grassy Glide this. And Protect. Yeah, I think what I want to do is Grassy Glide and Protect. And just keep my Overquill up. I can go and sack my Kyogre on a following turn. I don't expect this Protect. Perfect. That's a huge Grassy Glide. Wow, that's a crit. That could have mattered depending on the type of Flutter Mane set that my opponent is rocking with. But that is a great turn for me as they have one Raging Bolt against a very, very solid against my Rillaboom, my Overquill, and I'm just going to go into Kyogre on the Overquill spot because it's going to give me the opportunity to drop a Wood Hammer. Not deal, a lot of damage certainly, but it's going to give me the opportunity to get my Rain back up with my Kyogre, which should assuredly lock up this game because they kind of have to attack the Overquill with Thunderclap this turn or drop it. They could drop a Draco actually on the Rillaboom, but I should be able to live any Draco Meteor from that Pokemon and get a big Wood Hammer off, and then I can kind of play around a little bit more from there. I should still have two Pokemon to be able to attack it with and set up a very, very good turn. And the Thunderclap is going to come the way of the Overquill, which, as I said, kind of was expecting that play to happen. Get a nice Wood Hammer off, that's a good amount of damage. And now I have two Pokemon to attack this with this turn, and I should expect it to get the kill this turn. Unless I get crit on the Rillaboom and get paralyzed, then it could get dicey. The paralyzed game could certainly get me here, but I'm going to Wood Hammer, and then I'm just going to Ice Beam. No risk here, and there we go. We're going to outspeed anyway and get a big kill. So big first win in the first battle against his Calyrex team. We've played against a lot of Calyrex Shadow Rider on the ladder. Certainly a team that has been very popular, but we were able to use the Kyogre to great effect in this matchup. Very difficult for my opponent to play around this one. Next battle here, Calyrex Ice Rider. This is a really interesting team. I think this is kind of one of the newer type of archetypes that we've seen recently, or one of the more recent. All right, back here with... All right, battle number 2. We're seeing an interesting team here with Calyrex Ice Rider. Kind of want to continue leading off with the Kyogre, but I'm going to lead with Volcarona as well this time. I feel like Volcarona does a good job pressuring the Calyrex. It does some good deterring against the Smeargle as well, which will be very important. And then in the back, I'm going to bring out the Quillfish. I think Quillfish is going to be fantastic in this spot. And then from there, I think what I want to do is bring Lando. I think Lando will be really good in the back, so... Finally, we get to use a little bit of our redirection ability on this team. It's something that's been on a few of the teams that I've done videos with. Well, I guess not the Koraidon team didn't really have any redirection. I think there was one on the last team I did. I don't really remember at this point, but I think the Volcarona Kyogre lead will be very, very powerful here against what all my potential opponents' leads here. So Calyrex lead and the Porygon 2. Okay. So interesting turn then. I think Water Spout's going to be a great click here into this. I think we've seen a lot of waters coming up from the Calyrex. I guess I probably should Google these teams, especially if they're probably on VGC pace. So I think I'm just going to Water Spout here, just kind of play that long game and just drop a Willow on the Calyrex. I could also Rage Powder here. I think I'm actually going to Rage Powder. I think what Rage Powder will do is prevent any sort of T-Waves from coming out here, as they are going to switch. I kind of expect the support move. Ooh, wow, that is not the click I would have made. Going into Ursaluna here. I'm going to Rage Powder protect my Kyogre, and this Water Spout's going to be crazy. Yeah, well, Ursaluna in the mud. Goodbye. Oh, both are gone. Wow, okay. I did not expect... Okay, a crit on Porygon 2 is going to do it. I was going to say, I did not expect that Pokemon to die, but the crit is going to definitely kill it. That is a bit unfortunate for my opponent there to get crit there. Now, I did have the Rage Powder up, which would have really deterred and really prevented my opponent from being able to do anything. And here comes the Smeargle. So that's kind of why we have the Rage Powder here in this slot, is to protect against the Smeargle. Now, the Smeargle could be set up or could have some sort of nonsense going on here, but I mean, what I'm just going to do is Rage Powder and just drop another Water Spout on my opponent. There's not really anything else to do. Just keep that going. I guess I could Terra into Water type. I'm going to Terra into Water type, actually. I don't think it matters too much, but I might as well do it just in case that they have something that might be able to target my Volcarona specifically. Not that they know that I want to Rage Powder with this pretty much every time that Kyogre is on the field. And into a Water type should prevent anything nonsense coming from the Calyrex side of things. So let's see what my opponent wants to do here. Fake out. Oh, I should have faked out on the... Or I should have... What is it called? I could have Terra'd actually on the Kyogre. Would have been nice. But this Glacial Lance, what I expect. Or Double Edge. Okay, well, that's not exactly what I was expecting. Any burns? Can I get a burn? Oh, Moody is crazy. No, get this Moody out of here. No, don't Moody me. Don't do any garbage like that. Let me just drop a Water Spout and get up out of here. Rage Powder again. Just keep redirecting. My opponent's going to cancel the battle. A pretty good battle. Kyogre, once again, is, you know, there's a reason Kyogre has been consistently one of the best Pokemon in restricted VGC, and it is stuff like that. Just Water Spout in the rain is just so difficult for anyone to manage. I'm really surprised my opponent went Ursaluna there on the first turn. Really didn't make a lot of sense to me, but we have one more battle. Let's see if we can go 3-0 in today's video. In our final battle, we are coming up against Miraidon, which is an interesting Pokemon, one that I've tested a lot against. You've seen a video on this channel, if you've watched that, where I used Miraidon up into testing for LA Regionals. I ended up going Koraidon in the end, just because of the Terapagos matchup. I expected that to be a lot more popular, but alas, here we are. I think the Kyogre lead is really powerful. I want to go into... The problem I have here is I think the Miraidon lead makes it so I really don't want to lead with Torn. That gives me a really bad lead into Miraidon. If I lead with the Rillaboom, I have a great lead there. I think from here... What do I want to do from here? I think I like Overquill. I think Overquill is interesting, and I think I'm going to go Volcarona. I think Volcarona's got a lot going for it in the back here. I think this one will be really interesting to see how this one plays out, because I think that Miraidon should be a difficult matchup for this team. But I think there are a lot of turns that can just super go my way with Kyogre still, that I can take advantage of this Miraidon with. I just have to play my Rillaboom smart. Miraidon, yeah, so this is kind of what I was fearing, is that we're going to see probably redirection coming out here from the Whimsicott, I would imagine. Tough spot here. I think I definitely want to Terra my Kyogre and Water Spout. They could be... I think I just Ice Beam, actually. I think Ice Beam is probably my best play. I'll target the Miraidon. And I think I'm going to U-turn out, actually, off the Whimsicott. I think this is kind of this is a really odd way to play this, but I kind of like this, because I expect the what is it called? The Miraidon to stay in its original form. The fact that we're slower and Terra at first means that it's probably going to stay a dragon type just to prevent Water Spout from being threatening. And we're going to see a Tailwind here, so no real redirection coming out there. But with the grassy terrain up, this shouldn't do a lot of damage. Oh. Charge. Okay, not sure if that is meta or not. It doesn't seem to be meta. But I'm going to Ice Beam. That's not going to do a lot of damage, actually. Okay. And then we get a big U-turn off here on Whimsicott, which means that we're going to get something else in here, and there is some Tailwind up. I could go into Overquill. I could go into... kind of like going Overquill here. I think Overquill is actually going to be able to do a lot here to pressure my opponent's team. And I really, you know, this... what is it called? This Whimsicott is in trouble here this turn. I kind of expect them to want to switch out of that Whimsicott here just to... or protect. To kind of save it. From here, I guess the question becomes, I think it's just Ice Beam. Could Acid Spray. I don't think that's really relevant. I'm going to Crunch just so I can hit, because if I Ice Beam into Crunch, I should expect to be enough here. This Electric Drift should not do a lot to Kyogre. Wow, that did way more than I expected. Oh my god, this Pokemon is powerful. Big Crunch. Wow, I really need to get this Ice Beam off here. I cannot believe they allowed their Whimsicott to potentially just die on this turn. Oh, and they're going to attack that too, so I'm going to get the Miraidon here. Wow, okay. Well, this is not the turn sequence I was expecting this time around. Wow, that I really did not expect them to just sack this Whimsicott off. I did not expect to be able to get out with the Miraidon after they let me do that. Okay, well, let's refocus, because they now have full HP Whimsicott now. But we do have Kyogre still. And if we can pick off this Whimsicott, then Kyogre is going to be great. Urshifu is a little bit of a problem. This is the Rapid Strike one, which is not great. Yeah, it's a Rapid Strike one. So I definitely have to go and switch out. I'm definitely going to go into Rillaboom here. Question is, do I also just go into Volcarona? I'm going to do this. I think the double switch here is going to be powerful. I would imagine that the Kyogre is going to get attacked this turn by the Urshifu. If they attack with the Volcarona, that's a little bit frustrating. But I think I can get this Pokemon in for free. Now, I can't Terra, which is not great, but I can deter the Urshifu from attacking the Volcarona. I can get a Bug Buzz off. Oh my god, they are attacking that slot? I did not expect that. Well, okay. Well, I lose my Volcarona, which is not great. Certainly not optimal. A burn to break Sash would be nice. Wow, okay. Did not expect my opponent to do that. I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. This play nets them, both of my Pokemon. And now I'm going to go into the Overquill. And I should be able to pick up both of these here with Grassy Glide. And so if I go Grassy Glide here, that forces at least a Detect out. Then I should be able to kill Whimsicott with the Gunk Shot. We still have Kyogre in the back too, which can be useful. Terra's going to come out probably on that Whimsicott if I had to guess. Or it could be Urshifu. It's got a defensive typing. These are oftentimes water. Fighting. Okay, well, I think this might be a loss, unfortunately. Terra that I wasn't necessarily expecting on this side. Usually these can be Terra Water. That's not going to do nearly enough. The Close Combat is going to go on to the side of the Rillaboom, though, so I should be able to live this. Yep, I can live with 39. That's not a lot. But this next Grassy Glide should do potentially an... Oh, well, it will do enough to kill, because I do have speed and kill this Whimsicott. Okay. This game is still this game is still up in the air. There's still so much that can happen here, especially with my Swift Swim guy. It all depends on what their last Pokemon is here. What is their final Pokemon? Tailwind. So opposing team's Tailwind petered out, which is good, because so we have one turn of rain. Ooh, Grimmsnarl. Okay. Really want to get a Gunk Shot off on that Pokemon. So I think what I want to do is Grassy Glide the Urshifu and then just Gunk Shot the Grimmsnarl. I think this is the best out I have in this game. Oh, I maybe should have attacked the Urshifu with this, but no, if I get this Gunk Shot off, I should be fine. Aqua Jet comes out. Wow, I don't know why they Aqua Jetted there. I guess they were concerned about my Overquill attacking it, but that's huge for me. It's like, oh, I missed the gunk shot. Not good. Not good, not good. Spirit Break comes out. The rain should stop this turn, and I should be able to reset up rain after this. Yes, perfect. Okay. Man, I really, really needed that to hit on that turn. That is super, super brutal. That I was not able to get that kill. But we're going to have to attack. I mean, we're going to have to Acid Spray. Hold on. This I want to calc. I don't usually calc in these videos, but... well, I'm going to Kyogre and Hydro target Grimmsnarl, and then I'm going to... I think this Crunch should kill. I think Crunch should kill here. Thunder Wave. Oh, I know that the Overquill is bad because that doesn't affect it because of the Prankster. Crunch should kill. It does. Perfect. I also knew that this was -1 too. I shouldn't have even had to have calced. I should have known that this was -1, but I mean, this game is still not over yet. If I don't hit this Hydro, then, I mean, in theory, this game could get dicey. I could miss my way out, but this Hydro should put this... Oh, it's just going to kill. Perfect. All right. Well, there we go. Big 3 wins in today's video with Kyogre Rain. This is kind of where I expect probably to be a lot of the time when it comes to VGC in these restricted formats, is playing these weather teams, because they're the ones that I kind of intuitively get the most. And Kyogre, look, I'm a big Gen 3 player at heart. I love myself some good Kyogre. Sapphire was my first ever game, so it'll always have a special place in my heart. But that is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you have not already. I will see you guys in the next upload, and as always, have a wonderful day.